The Hungarian Grand Prix has often produced some chaotic races. Last season saw Liuzzi win ahead of Alonso and Rosberg, after Liuzzi dominated the entire weekend. Last race saw a big name go out of Q1. This race sees another big name, Pedersen. A row formed as well between Andy Racing and Mitchell after the AFIA made a mistake, and Mitchell was unhappy at the behaviour of Andy Racing. And here is Q2 on a wet track by the looks of it. Out of the pits comes Della Rosa. Here he is at turn 2. Normally taken a lot quicker than that, but as it's wet, a little bit more caution from the shake and bake driver. The big story before this race was the shock news that MRD are pulling out of FF1M this season. After 9 seasons. They entered in 1999, where they scored an amazing championship win on their debut courtesy of Jarno Trulli, despite the Italian missing the first race. The following season nearly saw a second in a row after a chaotic Japanese Grand Prix, but Alonso's gearbox let him down. 2001 saw MRD grapple with the far inferior Bridgestones compared to the Michelins, but Jarno Trulli battled to take 4 wins that season, nearly a championship as well. 2002 saw his second Drivers' Championship courtesy of Alonso. There were only 3 wins scored, but consistency helped him win that championship. Since then they've scored minor wins, including 1 from Kimi, 1 from Fernando, and another from Fernando and 1 from Jenson Button in the 2003 season. They've caused controversy as well, with the team boss Mark Downey expressing his distaste for the turbo engines and the refusal to develop for it. It could explain the loss of form after 2003, but even so, MRD are still considered one of the top teams. Here's Nico Rosberg on a lap. He was desperately unlucky last time out in Germany. He was on course for a podium, but his engine let him down. And there is the MRD car of Kimi Raikkonen. He was second quickest at that point. Glock goes third quickest, 1 second behind the fastest man at the moment, who is Lewis Hamilton. Rosberg's being held up by a queue of cars. That's an MRD. Or is that a Tornado? It's definitely a green car. It looks like a Tornado, and the Tornado himself is being... Look at this, he's being boxed in, is Rosberg. Clean goes 7th. And here is the runaway championship leader, Sebastian Vettel. Crossing the line to go 6/10 quicker than Hamilton. But these times are going to get very quick, very much quicker by the end of the session due to the drying track. Trulli goes 8th. We won't see X-Elite's turbo power as much here, being a tight and twisty circuit. But in the next 2 races, Belgium and Italy, well, those are their upcoming races anyway, we will definitely see X-Elite go strong there. Ralf Schumacher, that was Schumacher going 4th quickest, and here's Hamilton on another lap. You can see the track drying out very nicely there. We're in for a thrilling end of qualifying, and Hamilton, look at how much faster he went there, 3.1 seconds. Jenson goes 2.3 seconds slower, but that, believe it or not, was enough for second at that point. Here's the MRD of Glock. I should also mention that the silly season is starting soon. This is where each team can bid for a driver, and the AFIA will announce those results as the season progresses. There's Coulthard. SF1 are in a race again. Very good for a first time team. They're second in a row as well. There's Pedro de la Rosa going 4th quickest. Marc Genet, who has been outclassed by Vettel comprehensively, goes second, 1.1 seconds slower than Hamilton. Now Jarno Trulli. Crossing the line, goes 1 second quicker. We've got an ex-elite on pole at the moment, but there are still loads of cars that can challenge. Now it says Rosberg's on pole, and there's last year's race winner, Tony Oliuzzi, going 5th. And Vettel's being held up by the SF1. That's going to cost him. As he rounds the final corner. But he goes fastest, 0.3 quicker than Rosberg, but he could have gone even faster. Christian Klien now. Sticking to the dry line like glue. Goes 3rd quickest, great effort from Christian. And Raikkonen goes quickest for MRD. The great effort from the Finn there. Former race winner for MRD, he scored 3 wins for him in 2001. And another win in 2005. So 4 wins altogether from Raikkonen for MRD. As Jenson Button goes 7th. Rubens Barrichello goes 10th. And Ralph goes 9th and Pantano goes 8th. It's like we're going up the top 10 now. As Coulthard sets a fast lap here. Goes 9th. Great effort from the Scot. He's had a long career in FF1M. And the grid is Kimi Raikkonen. A sensational comeback after their non-qualifying in Germany. Raikkonen on pole ahead of Vettel, Rosberg. Klien takes a very good 4th, and Trulli, another outstanding job from him. Coulthard, a superb effort to qualify 9th in the vastly inferior SF1. Barrichello as well, 13th. Hamilton 12th, so not a good effort from him, so we expect him to fight back. Another driver as well, Mark Webber, not qualifying very well. He's had some problems there, qualifying compared to Pantano, but we expect Webber to fight back from 20th as well, and 5 lights extinguished for Hungarian Grand Prix is go. Looked like a good start from Klien. Christian Klien's had a flyer into turn 1 they go, and Klien side by side with Vettel. Raikkonen has dropped down to 3rd, but Klien is in the lead, so a great start from the Austrian in the Guy racing. Trulli as well has had a good start. He's passed Rosberg, and Ralf Schumacher from 10th on the grid has moved up to 7th. But Sebastian Vettel is looming up large on the Austrian driver of Klien. He's not close enough there, but you feel that the Mercedes can get him on the straight at the start of lap 2. And they're both pulling away massively. Well, Vettel just doesn't look fast enough at that point, but Klien adjusting his line slightly, and Rosberg challenging Trulli for 4th into turn 1. And the move is complete. And Trulli better be careful because Pantano's right behind him. Rosberg on the move again, taking Kimi Raikkonen, the pole sitter, and Trulli dropping back another position from Pantano. And Lewis Hamilton side by side with an SF1. That looked like, not sure who it was, but Hamilton is up into 12th, back where he started, so he had a poor start. Pantano challenging Raikkonen for 4th. We know the Honda lacks power, and that's where Pantano can take the advantage there. And Trulli's been challenged by Ralf Schumacher as well, so the Dodgem driver on the move. So Ferrari engine has got some good grunt. And Trulli under pressure from Robert Kubica as well. Klien leads, and Zonta's being under pressure from the Shannon and Hamilton behind, but Zonta's hanging on. He's hanging on, he's not letting the Shannon through. The Shannon not giving up. And look at that, they're still side by side, and it looks like Zonta up the inside. He's giving up that place now to Jenson Button, and now and Hamilton just got overtaken there. He's under pressure from the SF1 driver. But now it's Hamilton, and there's yellow flags. We've got yellow flags, and there's a collision. Trulli is out of the race. He's had a collision with Robert Kubica in the Guy Racing up the inside. And I think Trulli didn't want to give that position up, and ultimately there wasn't enough room. And Zonta's engine's blown up. Another FJR engine problem. It's 2 in a row. So these BMWs are proving quite fragile this season, no matter what circuit they go on. And Hamilton tried to look up the inside of Jenson Button there, but can't quite do it. But you do feel that Hamilton, and he's very close, all over him like a rash. Here he is on the start of lap 8, up the inside into turn 1. Cleanly up the inside, up to 7th position. His next target, 6 seconds up the road, the pole sitter Kimi Räikkönen. But it's a bit more than that, as he just ran wide. And Jenson up the inside, no, not close enough. Meanwhile, lap 11 now, Klein leads on lap 11, 1.7 seconds ahead of Vettel. So Klein is holding on very well, and Hamilton, that wasn't Hamilton, that was De La Rosa, my apologies. This is Hamilton, setting the fastest lap and chasing Ralf Schumacher in the Dodgem. David Coulthard in 12th place, who had a great qualifying. He's just gone straight off the track and back on the racing line, and then Andy Racing's piled into the back of him. Coulthard's car is written off, and it looks like the Andy Racing is out as well. It's Christian Albers. And Sebastian Vettel has gone off the track. He's going to spin! Vettel! No! Oh, he looked like he was going to spin there, but holding on just. And that was Kubica battling back. He's a lap down, is Robert. And Vettel is trying to get that lap back up the inside. He's fighting with the wrong Guy Racing. A little bit of confusion there from the German. And now Klein has got a very healthy 7.2 second lead, and Rosberg's caught up as well. Hamilton up the inside of Ralf Schumacher into turn 1, up to 5th place. Next target, Giorgio Pantano, and it's been a good fight back from Hamilton after the lack of qualifying tyres meant tricky grip. And here is Hamilton on Pantano. His lap 16 and can't quite do it. Pantano holding on well. Now Timo Glock on Kimi Räikkönen. So maybe Räikkönen's qualifying pace was just that, and his race pace isn't matching up. Meanwhile, Vettel is now pulling away from Rosberg. Hamilton right behind Pantano, and Hamilton's going to go off again, and he's going to spin it. Hamilton spins, but has he beached it? No, he hasn't. He's going to rejoin. Spins it round. No, well, one position lost to Ralf Schumacher, and Klein in for the first stop. This is lap 18, so it's quite early. Maybe that's why Klein was doing well, and it's an unusual way into the pit lane. I thought Klein pulled in and then decided, no, I want to continue on for another lap. But no, Klein in the box. We'll see how long his stop is, and we'll see if he is on a 3-stop. Less than 10 seconds, it might be a 3-stop strategy. Teams have been allowed to choose the strategy for this race, much like the Canadian race, and quite an overwhelming not an overwhelming majority, but more choosing 3 stops than any else. So 3 and 2 look like the main strategy here. And that was Hamilton regaining the position from Ralf Schumacher. So maybe that was why Räikkönen was dropping back. Maybe he's on a very heavy fuel load, and that was Hamilton passing Raikkonen. I think Hamilton's made a pit stop. He's in 5th now. Be careful around this corner. No problem this time. And Pantano pits and rejoins ahead of Hamilton, but not for long. Lewis takes 4th place. And off goes Ralf Schumacher with a blown engine. So the Ferraris are gaining in power, but not in reliability. One dodgem left, and that's Bourdais, and he qualified down in 16th. So, and this is Hamilton chasing Rosberg for 3rd place. Hamilton is a lot quicker on fresher tyres. And Rosberg went off the track then, and Hamilton takes 3rd. And Vettel pits as well from the lead. And there's the other dodgem of Bourdais. I said he qualified 16th, he made his way up to 10th at that point, but his engine is on fire. So definitely some reliability issues for Sebastian Bourdais, Ralf Schumacher and the dodgem team. Hamilton is definitely gaining on Vettel, but he has to. I think Vettel is on a 2-stop. Glock and Kimi. Same engine, of course, being the same team, and Glock takes 6th place under braking for turn 1. Klein takes the lead again, but on a 3-stop strategy. But Vettel is catching him on the fresher tyres. It's 2.1 seconds is the gap. And the gap between Vettel and Hamilton, 3.7. It's going to be a 3-way battle for the lead, I think. And there is the gap. Less than a second now. So we've got a battle on our hands at the Hungarian Grand Prix, but Vettel is in the favourable situation, being on a 2-stop strategy compared to Klein and Hamilton's 3. Meanwhile, Rosberg is 20 seconds behind the leader. We saw a glimpse of how many stops they did, but it was only for 0.2 of a second, so I couldn't tell you who in the top 8 made stops or not. But you can see the gaps closing. Hamilton only 1.3 behind Sebastian now, but Sebastian is not quite within striking distance of Klein, so I think Hamilton is going to catch up to the back of the Dark Wolf. In fact, Klein pits. Christian Klein makes his 2nd pit stop from the lead. And now Vettel's got Hamilton on his case. The target for Klein is to rejoin ahead of Rosberg, or nearabouts where he is. And Hamilton, that's running wide again. That's the 3 times he's done that now. He's clearly pushing hard. And he's still chasing Vettel as hard as he can. And Hamilton is going to pit this lap, so he can't make a move on Vettel. He needs to rejoin ahead of Klein, but I don't think he will do that. Slowing for this awkward little chicane. Hamilton wants some fresh boots. Maybe that's why he ran wide. Unusual colours the pit crew's got on there. Totally doesn't match the car. Off he goes in 9.7 seconds. Now where is Klein? Well, there was Rosberg. He's rejoined just behind Pantano. This is an awful outlap, but he's ahead of Klein. Crucially ahead of Klein. And there's Hamilton's going on the attack. He needs to overtake Pantano and Rosberg as soon as he can to stop Vettel from building up the lead. because I do believe Vettel is on a two-stop strategy. Rosberg lapping an excellent of speed. And Pantano doing the same. He's got to be careful he doesn't run into him. But now, and speed's holding up Hamilton. This is an awful outlap. This is giving Vettel a good cushion now. I didn't see any hand gestures there, but no doubt there will be some. And Pantano defending on the inside. I think Raikkonen's making a pit stop as well. Adam Carroll also pits from 11th. Good drive from Adam Carroll. So Hamilton is still chasing Pantano. Is he close enough into this next chicane? He looks close. Can he do it? He didn't look like he were going on the inside there. And we're rounding this final, and Vettel's going to run wide. Hamilton takes the lead. Hamilton leads. And Raikkonen unlaps himself, but I didn't even realise Hamilton was that close. So I don't know if he made a pit stop or anything, but Hamilton takes the lead on lap 50. He's now lap 54, and Kubica is challenging Vettel's teammate Genet. Hamilton now 15.2 seconds. What a drive this would be if he can take the win, but we know Hamilton needs to make another pit stop. There's Genet in 8th place. And he's pulling off to the side, is he? Holding up everybody. That's terrible driving from the Spaniard. He didn't know which way to pull off, but now he's pulled off. That's a reliability problem. So another concern for Vettel there. And it's a transmission problem. Tony Aluzzi in 12th place, just goes straight on at turn 9. Clean pits from 3rd, he makes his 3rd stop, and Hamilton's being held up by the MRD. It's Glock. Be inside. No, he can't do it there. He needs to be careful. He's got 25 seconds on Vettel. Whether that's enough to rejoin ahead, I don't know. But now he's making the pit stop, and I saw Rosberg taking 3rd from Klein, but Klein will have the fresher tyres. Now this is the crucial stop. Can Hamilton rejoin ahead of Vettel or somewhere near him? It's 9.2 seconds. Is it enough? Where is Vettel? There's Vettel! Hamilton rejoins in 2nd. But Hamilton has got much fresher tyres, so we've got a grandstand finish on our hands. Can Hamilton do anything about a 3.6 second gap? 1, 2, 3, it's 3.5. He is catching him. It's 2.1 now. And there is Hamilton in 2nd place. And Timo Glock's just retired. He's had a crash somewhere. This will be it. It's at Hamilton corner. But he's gone straight on, slammed into the barrier there. Did well not to get back onto the track, unlike Coulthard. Now Hamilton has got better grip in the corners. Look at how much he's gaining. Look at that. Hamilton right behind with 16 laps to go. Very close here, but we know the Mercedes engine has got a lot of power. Adam Carroll pits, makes his third stop, and as does Rubens Barrichello. He's right behind him. Is he going to have a go into turn one? He's up the inside. Vettel defends very hard. Hamilton can't get enough on the inside. Round turn 2. Vettel does have the power advantage and the aggressive wide car underneath him, but Hamilton has got a much better grip in the corners, and that's where it counts at a circuit like this. He's right behind him. Vettel just letting him know that he's just letting Hamilton know that he can't get past there. The best chance is definitely on the straight. The gap down to 2/10 of a second. It's been a superb drive from Hamilton, from 12th on the grid. Struggled in qualifying due to the harder tyres, but now he's within striking distance of the victory. There's 15 laps to do it in as well. He's right behind him here. Can he force one up on the inside? Vettel defending again. He's defending very well. You can see the gap there. We can literally see it on the track. 3/10 doesn't mean anything really. Here's another potential chance to overtake as well. And is he trying up the inside? Yes, he is, and Hamilton takes the lead. He surprised Vettel there. And he's literally pulling away already. Here's a replay. And Vettel doesn't defend quick enough, and Hamilton... That was a good move from Lewis. And he's ran wide. Hamilton's off, pushing hard, and now Vettel's got the opportunity. He's up the inside. Ooh. So Hamilton pushing too hard to try and build a gap between himself and Sebastian, but Sebastian's in the slipstream, but he can't do anything about it there. Meanwhile, Klein is behind Rosberg in 4th place, and Kubica in 7th. He's running wide. He's running wide. He's going to spin. He's going to spin. Kubica spins. And there goes Rosberg and Klein. And there is Rosberg and Klein. Klein up the inside into turn 1. Rosberg defending and just hanging on there. So this is the next battle. The battle for the final podium position. Pantano in 5th place ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. Jenson Button in 7th. Robert Kubica did rejoin in 8th place now. So Button now where he started. Now can Klein get up the inside? No, he can't there. Hamilton's built up a 10-second lead on Vettel. It's quite a handsome cushion if you want to spin off again. Rosberg defending very hard there. But now this is lap 70. Klein's got to run up the inside into turn 1, and Rosberg holds on again. Next lap. Can Klein do it this time? He's up the inside again, but Rosberg shuts the door very aggressively. And that's Rubens Barrichello's engine that's blown up from 12th place. Got to be careful that he doesn't hold up this battling duo. He's an experienced head, but now that's clumsy. Ooh, that was very sneaky driving there from Rosberg to get up the inside there, and that's created a healthy, not healthy, but a useful cushion over the Guy Racing. Rubens thinks that, and Robert Kubica's engine's blown up right at Hamilton corner. There went Vettel. It's quite amazing how the black smoke coming out of the back of that car suddenly stops when a marshal takes charge. So a glimpse of Scott's speed there. Hamilton on the last lap has 25 seconds over Vettel. He's driving like a stabbed rat. And he's chasing, and Klein has got past Rosberg somewhere. We haven't seen it, but Klein is now up to 3rd place, and Hamilton wants to lap Rosberg before the race is over. And Adam Carroll's moved up to 8th place, so this can give Andy Racing his first point of the season, and there goes Hamilton. Rosberg will finish 4th no matter what happens. Well, unless he breaks down and drops behind Panstone Raikkonen. But Hamilton wins! Ahead of Vettel, who is 26 seconds behind. The only other driver on the lead lap is Christian Klein in 3rd. Adam Carroll did take a point, so his first of the season. Jenson Button 7th, Raikkonen the pole sitter dropped down to 6th. Meanwhile Vettel is 43 points ahead of Hamilton. It's really just a battle for 2nd really. 43, 46, 56 between Hamilton, Kubica and Rosberg. Dark Wolf hold 43 points over Guy Racing. Shea can catch up to FJR slightly. And 12 teams have now scored points. We'll see you at the next race.